Hello guys, thank you so much for joining us today as above so below. This is our Bible study night. If this is your first time in my life, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the Apostle and Pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. Those are the Afro-Conditional Sciences by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibrations. To each and every one of you guys, I'm actually sitting down. I'm actually at my cauldron at Cynthia, and I'm also by my cauldron, Zarabanda. I do not have my Palo beats on because they are on my voodoo doll, and those are at the church. So those that have been following me, you know that I work out of my house and I work out of the church, and my voodoo doll has my Palo bead because they are intertwined with Zarabanda, and so therefore I normally keep my beads on the doll, and I left the doll at the church, which I still can do this tonight. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much, Shamari, for joining in. That's my Sasha Fierce. And then I got Jelly Sweets. What's up, my love? Thank you so much for being with us. To each and every, yes, I'm rocking this because tonight I'm going to actually be doing Palo, working with Palo, the Impungos. And a lot of people, I have no idea what I actually have skill set for, which is a good thing. But a lot of times, depending on the things that maybe one of my clients or one of my members or some of my loved ones are dealing with, so I have to utilize different sciences in order to either remove something, bring something to them, remove a block, or what have you. I have after August the 10th, I will receive Nsasi, so I would actually have 3 cauldrons. And what I want to talk about tonight, because it's Bible study night, and y'all know that I get. What's up there, Demetrius? Much love to you. What's up there, my baby Scorpio? I just saw you, my baby Scorpio. I want to deal with the Egun. I want to deal with ancestry. I want to deal with necromancing, because I want y'all to understand why I push for melanated people to return to their roots, to elevate their ancestors, to trust their connectivity to their ancestors. And Bible study is for melanated people, and to get you a better understanding and a gist. Because one of the things that I am trying to do on my platform is to give melanated people, whether they work with me or not, good judgment for themselves, for their eguns, for their ancestry. And so success comes by you actually having good judgment, and that you can make good calls for your life and the people that affect your life. Because I'm a child of Cynthia, I've already pronounced my my Palo name in front of my spirits. They already know I'm telepathic with my spirits. And one of the things that I want to talk about when you are receiving certain pots or spirits, especially if you're getting them from people that you do not have a relationship with, you're just getting initiated, you're just getting scratched, and you don't know the infumbe or the spirit that was transferred from their pot to you. Actually, I can wear, hold on, my bad. Well, these are, wait a minute. These are my Centennial pot. Hold on. I'm actually, like, this is my driveway, so I got the camera pointed down so I can sit down and do this. But I just realized that I do have Palo beads over here, but they're on my I ain't finna pull all of that. I have Palo beads here, but they got them wrapped around Centennial, so I'm not gonna move them. So they there. So and I don't mind showing my Orishas, and I feel like but when it comes down to my my Palo spirit or my voodoo stuff, I'm more apprehensive of showing that live, not out of fear, but it's just that a lot of times the things that are on these or in these cauldrons could be startling. If you're not into animal sacrifices, there's goat heads on my there's animal parts all over my Ngongo. There's still blood. My Impakas are there, and so a lot of time for the that people don't misinterpret what's going on, especially if they're not in a religion. It's not good for those. What's up there, Tree Rhonda? I got somebody else new. in Mardi Gras. Oh, here, somebody trying to be funny. No, this is my Mardi Gras. This is a representation of Egun. The skull I have down here. I even have a crystal. I got that on Son of a Joseph Mario. But I even have a crystal skull representing the ancestors by my cauldrons. But I want to talk about this tonight. To all of you that don't understand ancestry and why to get initiated, if you decide to get initiated or work with somebody there, I'm going to say this before I say anything. Character matters. How a person interacts with people, places, and things matter when it comes to your personal development. In spirituality, how people treat you, how people handle the practice, how people handle you with the practice, the level of communication that you may have. A lot of times when I am running behind on things, we communicate that to my clientele. Most people know that I no longer have Minister Mario to assist me in a lot of things that personally he could assist me in, which would allow me to do things at a faster pace, because before, when we used to do all of this stuff, only thing I had to do was my spirituality, because Minister Mario was techno savvy. I trusted him with my banking information and all of that. So he was able to transfer money. He was able to do all of those kind of things. And so therefore, not only that, the legalities, things that I used to have to take care of, Minister Mario took care of all of that. And so with him not being here with me, it has slowed my pace down, because now I have to attend to a lot of things. Sister Monique is helping me out. But there's things that I have to have done, that's from traveling and going and getting things. So I go to Miami from where I am. It's like a two hour ride. If I go to Tampa, it's a almost 3 hour ride. So that's back and that's one way. And so normally if I go to Miami, that's a 6 hours just in driving. If I go to Tampa, that's like almost 8 hours of driving there and back. And so that has nothing to do with the ceremonies. So I try to give people realistic understanding when it comes down to practicing any particular ATR. And so it's kind of like parenting. Just paying the bills in front of your children, they don't have a reality, even though they don't have a job. A lot of times as a parent, I will tell and show my kids certain things so they can be aware of certain things before they actually get out there into the real world. And so one of the things that I want to do universally is to give people some type of insight universally, that when you're practicing these particular traditions, what to look for, what things are important, and why those things are important. Now, there's a scripture in the Bible where King Saul had got in the midst of the company of the prophets, and when the Spirit descended, King Saul began to prophesy, and people thought he had become a prophet, which he did not have become. That energy was transferred to King Saul, and he prophesied naked before Samuel. Now, you all know that if you see somebody out there butt naked, you're going to assume, based off of your raising, that they're crazy, they're lost their mind. And so a lot of the things that people claim that they want to get back to the raw real of magic and spirituality, sir, ma'am, it's just not true. Most people still want fairy tale. Most people want things dressed up. They don't want to see the actual raw manifestation of magic. And so therefore, I don't take people serious. I'm being straight up with y'all, because when you're doing real root work and real conjure, you dealing with nature, and you dealing with sacrifices, and you're exchanging blood, and you bodily fluid, all of that. That's whether you are hexing somebody or blessing somebody. That's whether you are cleansing somebody or you are or banishing stuff. It is hands-on energy, frequency, and vibration. And so since this Bible study night, I want to teach you the understanding of energy transfer. Now, I'm going to be looking up, because I'm sitting down like basically almost on the floor. I just was not, I'm fine, so I got booty, and so I didn't want to be sitting on no concrete trying to teach this. So I'm sitting on a box of candles in order to have me some kind of cushion up under my pushing. All right, so these are what is called shamalangas. These are shamalangas. Right now, these are not my shamalanga. These are Minister Mario's shamalangas, because he's also scratched in Palo. He's Brazil Forte. So these are his shamalangas. My shamalangas are with Padrino, because I forgot them at his house when I did a ceremony with my cauldrons. And so when he came down, he brought them and put them in his car, but I forgot to ask him for it. So he's out of town, so I got to wait until I get those back from him. But these are what they look like. These are actually coconut. And anybody that studies any form of magic, coconuts represent is ruled by the moon and moon energy, and coconuts are utilized for divination. And so how fitting it is for we even in Ocha, we use the inside of the coconut. In this particular case, we use the outside of the coconut to do Palo. I do Palo Miambe. And my cauldron, my particular path is in Centella, but I also have Zarabanda. And what I want to talk about energy transfer, because I don't want nobody to be deceived. Now, Palo is a very powerful art. I've been practicing Haitian voodoo all my life. And so there's different other traditions that I have respect for. And Palo is one of them. Mainly because of learning how to harness Egun, which is ancestor or spirit of the dead, and the distinct connection with the universe, which is the cauldron. Now, my Zarabanda cauldron is made of iron, but my Centella pot is made of, I don't know if you guys ever use those flower pots, the ceramic flower pots, but it's similar to that. It's a clay pot. So my Centella pot is made of ceramic, and then my Zarabanda is made of iron. So the reason why I want to explain that now, energy, to understand energy transfer, you got to understand energy, frequency, and vibration, right? And I'm not here to put down nobody, okay? Just being honest. But in order for melanated people to know what they're getting, or if you're working with somebody that practice Palo and they're working with Egun, this is what you got to understand. A pot, a cauldron, is no stronger than the energy that was transferred from the pot, because most of the ATRs are about transferring energy. Even in the church, we transfer energy. We lay hands on people and we transfer energy. We speak energy into people's lives. We pray and we anoint people and we transfer that ache, or that energy or that frequency, to that individual for a certain outcome. So every form of religion, every form of tradition is transferring energy from the individual to that person. Now, the strength of the priest of that religion is your own personal development. And the reason why I say this is because there's only so much ache that is going to be transferred from your pot to your, from the priest's pot to your pot. You're going to only get so much power, so much ache, right? And depending on what type of magical or spiritual giftings that you have. Now, I have my Pati Pimba here, and so the reason why I bring that up is because sometimes people feel that because they have a cauldron, because they have an Nganga or Prenda, that they have all this might and power. Now, everything that symbolizes that particular Impungo or deity is in that pot. And so my path is more vampiric. So just being honest with y'all, Centella is basically a vampire. And so she rules over the dead. She's a cemetery. She's also a type of Impungo that is very powerful. She's hard to deal with. Me being crowned in Ocha with Oya, this is very fitting for my energy. And so there are a lot of animals in my pot that are poisonous. These are not plastic. These are the actual animals. And so when you're doing spell work, because if you do root work, if you do hoodoo, and you work with animal parts, you want the real animal. Like, this is real tiger skin. Like, this is not plastic. This is not this is the actual product, because you want to be able to harness the energy of that particular animal or that particular spirit. Now, Also, which I'm going to talk to you guys about, don't let somebody make you feel, I'm trying to be nice, don't let somebody make you feel inferior when you practice. And what I mean by that is, you need to understand your own energy. Whether you are a child of Zarabanda, whether you're a child of Siete Rayos, whether you're when you're in the family, you're in the family. Whether you marry a cousin in the family, whether you marry an auntie in the family, whether you marry the mother in the family, do you marry the father in the family, or you marry anybody. Once you're in that family, you're in that family of spirits. Same thing when it comes down to Ocha. You're in an energetic family of all of these spirits are in relationship with other spirits. They just have rulership over different dimensions and different jurisdiction about man's life. So we all carry a shadow. We all have a shadow. And so this particular type of magic is about dealing in the shadow realm. And this particular Impungo, she is a force to be reckoned with. I have experienced her moving for me in ways of that are startling. Palo moves a lot faster than most traditions, but I still wouldn't, because I've seen voodoo move extremely fast. But I do have respect for the speed of the Impungos. I couldn't deny the level of accuracy. I won't deny the speed of this particular Impungo. And what they're Palo sticks, and mine comes with a cross, skull. She has knives. She has a lot of stuff in here. But she is what I would do I would do for protection for my people. Now, what I mean by energy transfer, that pot has to sit with the other pots over a period of time. Normally, some people do 21 days. When I got scratched and I received certain things, my Madrina let mine sit 120 days. Minister Mario received his ancestor staff in 21 days. I had to wait 120 days to get my stuff. So mine carry a lot more ache. So the longer a pot or anything sits on that particular prenda, it gains energy over a period of time in the cycles. Any bro English or Spanish? What's up there, Demetrius? I just saw you. So I want you to understand, if you get into Palo, you don't have all power. You don't have all shape. Now, what the real goal of Palo is that you become one with your prender. I'm going to say this again. The goal is that you and your prender are one. And so therefore, you should be able to telepathically communicate with your Impungo or your spirit that is in the cauldron. Now, this is where Christians try to mock this particular ATR. So let me explain it to you like this. There's plenty of Christians wandering around saying Jesus of Nazareth is speaking to them, which is a dead man that rose the third day. So to tell somebody that they don't believe in what we do here and will tell you that the Lord told them to tell you something is asinine. The mere fact that you pray in the name of Jesus, that you baptize in the name of Jesus, the mere fact that you call upon the name of Jesus, or somebody that is declared dead and rose on the third day, and he's the first from the dead, to say that you, that spirit, that energy is speaking to you. It's the same thing that we that practice these religions are saying, that our deceased loved ones are speaking to us. So I give you guys this information because when you are being attacked by ignorant Christians, and you know, we, especially melanated people, because we don't label certain things in the church, we think we're doing something different. But you're doing the exact same thing, but you're just doing it with the entity of Jesus. Okay, some people say Yahshua, some people say Emmanuel. I don't ascribe to the Caucasian Jesus because I know who he is and he's a bottom. So I don't subscribe to him. And that doesn't have nothing to do with what I do with bottom. It's just that when you bring an energy in and you're working with energy, you need to know what you're doing. And most Christians do not know that they're not calling upon the Son of God. They're calling upon a Caucasian man that was the son of a pope. That's the most of the Jesus that most Christian and black people get baptized in. Not the real Yahshua, not the real Emmanuel, and that's why they don't carry that arche, they don't carry that kind of power. Baron some Z. No, this is not voodoo. I can show you voodoo, but this is not voodoo. This is Palo. So, and this is the level of ignorance. However you grow up, you just immediately associate because of symbols, and you think that it's something that you are familiar with when it can be something totally different. So it is good before you enunciate something, kind of sit back and listen so you don't make an ass out of yourself, especially on a platform that is seen worldwide. Okay, so this will be in the archives that you came in, and I'm talking about Palo, and you're talking about, and you come up Baron Zamzi, which I do work with Baron Zamzi in Haitian voodoo, but this is not that. So thank you for your ignorance and your likes. Now, when you are transferring energy, that means that particular object already has the arche. Okay, so what I am doing, hold on just a minute. This was my original staff that I was working with in Palo. This one right here. So I was at a service with my Padrino, and the Francisca came down and she took my stick and she broke my stick. Okay, she was doing something for somebody else and she broke my stick, right? My staff. Some in Obia, the concept about Moses with the staff. So what I am doing is I am transferring the arche because wood carries energy. The same way that a tree holds life force energy, that's why we use wood in Palo. That's why we use wood in the other ATRs. But in this particular case, I'm transferring the arche, even though I'm going to still keep this this Palo stick, this staff, but I'm transferring the arche to this. Now, what I do is I make sure these are side by side, the same way that you would transfer energy laying hands on somebody. So with this, I'm utilizing, I'm hoping that this is strong enough where Francisca won't break this one. So I got this because I was styling and profiling. But now that I know how these spirits getting down, I got something stronger and longer. Some of y'all women and men need to figure that out. So in this particular case, now I'm putting these two woods together, and the energy is transferred from this staff to this staff. Now, one of the things that we use, oh, there it is, in Palo is this. Even though it says Ogun, this is 151 proof. So we feed these staffs with blood. Now this has not received blood. It will, because I have to get a black rooster. Because I'm a child of Centella, I don't use a red rooster. Now with Zarabanda we use a red rooster, but with Centella I have to work with a black rooster or black birds. So I gotta be careful because I got a candle down there. This is flammable. Magic, spirituality should be done. Now I'm not even a drinker. This is like fire. And this is literally called fire water. It literally says on the top of it, I don't know if you can see it. It literally says fire water. And they're not lying. It is fire. But the stronger the spirit, the stronger the alcohol or the liquor, right? So then we utilize, here it is. Then we utilize the tobacco. You'll see in most cultures they're using tobacco. Now tobacco is used to energize and to charge or to ward off and all that and cleanse, and we do all that. But in this particular case, I'm utilizing it because I've been doing these lives all day. This stuff is draining. So I'm really hungry. And thank you again, Natasha, for sending me that for my haircut. That was so sweet of you. Now, y'all know I just got through utilizing this liquor. Give that stuff time to settle. Don't burn yourself up being ignorant, okay? And what I do is now, as simple as this may look, the real magic about this is the actual power, the transfer of energy. The science is whatever arche that is in this particular staff is also being transferred in this. And this sits over here by my cauldron, my prender. You cannot give something you do not possess. Whether you practice in Palo, whether you practice in Ocha, whether you doing hoodoo, whether you in the church as an apostle, pastor, teacher, you cannot transfer arche that does not exist inside of you, and you can only transfer so much. Asking for it. If you got questions, sir, ma'am, hit my super chat. If you're gonna come in and listen, please don't come in here about the devil, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't want to see people get hurt. That's not my goal. Christianity has really fucked up a lot of you guys. That you really think that you can go around and call people devils and there's no repercussion. I promise you, sir, ma'am, that if you're fooling with me on this platform, there's going to be repercussion. I am not an amateur. I'm 51 years of age. I don't like addressing people like this. Maybe it look like it sometimes, but I really want to help people and get people made whole and all this other good stuff. But Christianity have y'all coming in to other people's spaces and places where you can be over there where everybody talking about Jesus and the love of God and turning the other cheek and not even be over here. Why are you even over here? It is clear that my platform is for melanated people that practice the ATRs in the church. I openly practice the black arts. I am on television. I've been in magazines. I've been doing this since I was a kid. I am 51 years old. Sir, ma'am, find you somewhere safe, unchallenged, to have your conversation or share your opinion. They're not welcome here. They weren't invited. They weren't solicited. Okay? Your opinion means nothing. Just like your asshole means nothing to me, your opinion out your mouth don't mean nothing. Okay? So please, sir and ma'am, find you somewhere to play. And I want y'all to know this too. You can transfer ignorance. Ignorance is still an energy. And you can be just as ignorant as the person that lay hands on you. So this is why we say in the Bible, lay hands suddenly on no man. So this is not, my platform is not here trying to convince anybody of anything. My manifestations take place. They speak, my works speak for me. Okay? So I'm not out here trying to convince nobody of anything. Okay? I did Mother Susan's on here. I just finished redoing my love incense. So I put some on a plate and I wanted her to smell it. And because every time I redo stuff, it gets stronger and stronger. Because I'm transferring energy. I'm getting stronger, my products get stronger. Just like I told you guys that got those talismans. Everything gets stronger because I'm the source. I'm the sorcerer. I am the source of where that arche comes from. If I have done candle work, energy is never destroyed, transmuted, transferred, but never destroyed. So we are already eternal. We're not trying to become eternal. We are already eternal. So in this particular tradition, we utilize these sticks to knock. We can utilize these sticks to knock on graves. We can utilize these staffs to summon the spirits. So just like in the church, we use our hand clapping to summon angels. In Palo, we utilize this staff to summon the egun, or to talk to the impungos, or talk to the spirits. And so just like a tree communicates with other trees through photosynthesis, this wood is still alive And so therefore, as the impungo or the infumbe awakens or lives or gives alche to this particular palo stick or staff, it will be able to communicate to the egum or communicate to the other impungos. Okay? This is why you have to have your name. This is why you have to understand the science behind transference. So depending on the connectivity of the person that scratched you, depending on how long your nganga was in the shadow of the other nganga, it depends on how strong your personal energy is. Has a lot to do with your manifestation. Has a lot to do with your manifestation. So this goes back over here. Now I have those spirits sealed in over here in the corner. Now those that do not know, I'm gonna give you some science. Energy flows in your home and it flows to the corners. So normally you will see altars in the corners of homes. So in this particular corner sits well, I have this other one. This is another one. I have quite a few. This is my other staff. Because I can't show you my cauldron, but I can show you these staffs. This has already been fed blood. This is very strong. But what we do is I have to knock 9 times. But 9 times calls for the egum. And so when I'm working with my numbers and stuff, I knock a certain amount of time. If I take it to the cemetery and I want a spirit or spirits to raise, I knock on that grate. So these sticks or staffs are utilized for different reasons. It's spiders. Cynthia is always drawing spiders and critters. So this is also another staff that I utilize. And so if I wanted to put this by a candle, I can transfer energy from this into a candle. I can do a necklace, or say for instance, like in this particular case, this belongs to Minister Mario, but I gave it to Centella. Like we can transfer energy to jewelry, and the arche is there. I do a lot of stuff with Minister Mario, son of Achosi, to make sure his spirit is protected, because you know, when people find out that you're a powerful spirit, he is ascended as a king, and so therefore people try to mess with your spirit, trying to get you to work for them, trying to get the arche from you. And so therefore I make sure that if you work with me and you're a part of me, I'm going to guard your spirits. It's just that's simple as that. And that's whether you scratch in Palo or not. I don't play about mine. So now this is what I want you to see too. Now those that know about my Sweet Dick Willie spell, this is the phallus that I was utilizing. Now, I want to say this. Normally, I use the color red, and when I'm doing this particular working, because that's what I did for myself. But I was doing an unhexing work for one of my clients, and so I had to go. Now this other candle, now this candle has not been activated. This candle is just a candle. It hasn't been cleaned or activated. But this one has, I had to get black, because this is to break the working with, because a lot of women go to people and conjure and do work on men's penis. Sometimes they use a zucchini, sometimes they use pickles, anything that represents that could represent a phallus, and then they put all kind of herbs and nails in it and razor blades, and so when I do work for somebody, I transfer my energy to that person, and then I get their energy. Energy exchange, even when you're healing, working for somebody, it transfers. So therefore, I have to be healthy in order to help this other individual. So I noticed that I started having certain symptoms when it came down to my phallus. And so I started doing my work and my cleansing quite naturally. And I started going through situations and circumstances, and so I started throwing that energy off, which let me know that he's gonna get better and better and better in that department as well, because now I've exchanged and I transferred that energy to him, and so therefore quite naturally they're gonna attack me because I'm interfering in the working that I'm doing. So when you are out here praying for people, when you out here doing work for people, whether it's hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, you're exchanging your good karma or what your health or your success or your prosperity or your love energy with your clients. This is why you need to be working with people that actually value you. I'm going to say this again. You should actually be working with people that value you as a spiritualist, and you should also, as a client, be working with a spiritualist that actually value you as a client. And I would say study, wait, come to your conclusion whether this person is fit for you, and that can you trust the energy by which they operate in. Okay, so in this particular case, now this carry a lot of energy because I put this to Centella for this individual because I want the evil to be removed from around not only their penis but their life, and I also have them with Zarabanda, but this has been sitting there for a while, so it has a lot of energy. So the same is true with this. Now what I'm gonna do is once I get through working this, I'm gonna send this to the individual, and the individual is gonna because when you're doing this kind of work, it has to be in contact with you in this particular case. And so this right here, once I get through fixing this particular thing, then I'm gonna send this to the individual. So because their penis has to touch this, because this Ache is gonna transfer to that, and they're gonna like this, and then I would do the same thing. I'm still going to put it back. The power of any spell is the energy. If you don't have strong energy, your spells are not going to be strong. What they say in the church world, much prayer, much power, little prayer, little power, the same thing universally. A lot of times people have to do stuff over and over because they don't have a lot of strong ache, they don't have a lot of strong energy. So if somebody's really helping you, if I'm prospering and I'm transferring my energy to you, then you're going to prosper. If I'm healthy and I transfer my energy into your life, that's why a lot of people see a lot of quick results, because my ache, my energy, my spirit, they work really fast for me. So therefore they're going to do it for you. So it doesn't matter how long you have been dealing with something, you're going to see things happen. Normally I expect stuff to happen within 3 days, 3 hours, 3 minutes, 3 seconds, 6 minutes, 6 hours, that's because it may not come to pass fully, but movement and things happening around that area, you're going to see the results. Now, Mother Susan can tell you, I just did that love incense. I know she's on here watching, because I got to feed her tonight. So what's going to happen is when I told her, I said, I want you to, first I needed her to smell it. So after smell it, I said, now how do you feel? Now Mother Susan been in the church world. She's not been into none of this, okay? So it's better when people are virgins to spirituality, so to speak, because they don't have an agenda to lie. They don't have an agenda to pretend, right? So she was telling me, she was like, first of all, Apostle, it smells absolutely divine. But she said she can feel the energy, and she can feel as the smoke was coming all over her, she can feel it working on her and how it was moving. Let me tell y'all something. If you got an Eligua, if you got a mojo bag, if you got a talisman, if you got a necklace and it has been charged by a powerful Ajay, a mystic or shaman or priest, then you should be able to feel that energy, and your body should respond to that energy. Plain and simple. If you get my products and you have utilized any of my products, or especially if you got my graveyard work, because my graveyard, the egg don't play, you're going to feel the energy from that, the force from that. I have people tell me that even when I do certain lives and I get elevated, they can feel the power of God right there. And I'm talking about people be in other states, people be in other countries, and they still can feel the power and the ache, even through social media. So that says a lot when it comes down to spell work. If I lay hands on a candle, if you get in my prayer circle and you can feel the arche from you holding my hands. What you think is really happening when I touch your candle, when I put your candle on that altar, when I speak a word, or when I think about your what's going on in your life, and I'm telling them I want you to intervene in their behalf and in their favor. Energy, you got to first have the energy, the arche. Now, let me see if y'all can see this. Yeah, because I want y'all to know how flammable this is. This, you don't play with stuff like this. You see that? And we do sometimes, we cleanse with that. We'll put our hands in there and cleanse and pray to the spirit and then cleanse. I'm a fire element, so y'all know I'm constantly in there. But this is concrete. This is a safe working. It should be done, not, and please don't watch this and then set stuff on fire. Don't do ignorant. Don't do that, okay? Like this is dangerous, okay? This is science. Just like in a laboratory, you can mix the wrong chemicals and blow up everybody. Magic ain't no different, especially Palo and voodoo and these other ATRs that are strong. If that man or woman, if you a root worker and you got strong arche, and that energy is strong, when you put your hands on that High John the Conqueror, and if that Palo priest it don't have strong arche, you're still gonna prevail even though you don't have an apprender. Like when they what the statement is, might make right. That honestly, sir and ma'am, what next people say, what's the strongest ATR? Is actually the individual. If they have strong spirits and they're powerful, then their magic is going to be powerful. It don't matter if they're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo. You can have a gun. If you don't know how to shoot, it serves you no good. So to think because you in Voodoo that you powerful, that's not true. Because you in Palo that you powerful, that's not true. Because you're in any of these ATR, if you're not developed, and you're not, just like your physical body is not developed, the same is true about your spiritual body. So a lot of my conjure is what it is because of the level of arche that I carry. Now, I also have this. I have this on Centennial. Okay, mama. This is blackthorn wood. This is called a warrior's wand. This is ruled by Saturn and is also ruled by Mars. Fitting for today, right? So everything, when I start doing work for you and protecting you, I want you to understand that I have an arsenal of protection, not only for myself but for my clientele. I'm not a put on. I try to explain things. I try to get people, a lot of times people saying, well, oh, this person did. I said, they did that because they had to. That's like you had to get a loan because you didn't have the money. I didn't have to get a loan because I had the money. So the reason why I do things differently than a lot of people, because I carry the arche. I carry Isaiah 10:27. I'm bringing the anointing. I'm bringing the power. I'm bringing the arche. So therefore, when I charge something for 15 minutes, it may be stronger than you charging something for 3 and 4 hours. If you don't have a lot of energy, it takes longer. It's no different than charging a phone. Depending on, they got these other things that you can charge your phone faster because of the how it's designed. So therefore, there's some of us that carry arche and chi that we can charge people, places, and things a lot quicker and a lot stronger than other people. Once again, sir, man, it comes down to that individual and their arche and their own connectivity to that energy, whatever that energy may be. They themselves have to be in connection with that, and then they have to be able to direct that energy, that chi, that prana. Stop. Let me say this. I'm trying not to be nasty. Cause I'm tired of. I want y'all to know all of these ATR, E5, Voodoo, Santa, they work. Those sciences work. Everybody's not strong in these ATRs, and that's just the truth. And some of you guys need to figure out who you want to work with. And I'm not saying work with the most powerful person. What I am saying is that they need to be strong enough for what you got going on. They need to be able to lift what you got going on. And either they got it to do it or they don't. Because when I healed Mother Susan, it didn't take 3 hours. I actually healed her because I was sick of hearing her talk about her sciatic nerve. So, and it didn't take long, and I really flipped my hand and spoke a word. That's all I really did. And it moved. Because either you have the power to drive a spirit out, to drive a working out, or you don't. A part of assignments that with even Minister Samari, it had nothing to do with me having the power. It had to do with he had to go through these processes and he had to be crowned. I was not licensed to crown. So there's things, you might have the gift, you may have the power, you may have the talent. But if you are not licensed into certain things, then you can't do that. So now I'm in a position, not only can I scratch, but I can also license people in these other ATRs. You know, so I need y'all to understand. So if you do need a reading, I do have my cards up. I'm not going to throw Shamalongas to my cauldrons because I don't use my cauldrons for that. I really use my cauldrons for batteries because I do my own spell work. My impungos, they assist me, they strengthen me, and I do the work because I'm an Mfumbe myself. I'm a spirit of dead, so I don't send my spirits out to do stuff I can do myself. But they will protect me. But I wanted y'all to see what they look like. These have to be fed blood. In this particular case, in my particular case, I have to utilize a black rooster and to feed Centella. But I use a red rooster to feed Zarabanda. And so when I get in Saucy, and like I said, if you got my graveyard work, and I told some of you guys, if you get in trouble, and this is real talk. If you show me you got it for me like that, and you get in a situation, I'm gonna move for you. I'm gonna mutually love you, not based off your income. But this is why we have to receive funds. Because what if there's somebody out there that just can't afford, but they in a bad situation? Well, if enough donations coming in and support coming in, then I can afford not only to help them, but cleanse myself, because everything is about cleansing and protection. Everything. I don't care what you practice, what you do, is about cleansing and protection. You cannot be a proficient spiritualist in none of these ATR without being able to protect yourself and cleanse yourself. And that costs. And so therefore, I don't want to engage in any warfare that I cannot fund or finance. Okay? So that's why that's like that. But it takes a considerable amount of money to practice on a higher level. Now, what I did, and my Padrino knows this, so this ain't nothing behind his back, I have already elevated my cauldrons because I have extraterrestrial powers. And so my pots are not the same. When I brought my pots back, you can tell that they were changed. And Padrino's mother was helping him carry my my Centella pot, and she almost fell out because I've elevated that energy because I am a child of the universe. So when somebody gives me something in the religion, I elevate it to my status. And that's not me being funny, and he's cool with that because he knows that, like, sometimes he'll tell me you got to cleanse yourself because we don't have anything that we can utilize to cleanse you because of the type of magic you got. Okay, so I elevate my stuff because it wasn't strong what I needed to be strong to do what I do. So she is considerably a lot stronger when it first initiates. So when I feed her, I don't have to feed her a lot of blood because she's really strong and Zarabana is really strong. And so this individual, when they receive this right here, they're going to see the difference. Because energy transfer has to do with the vessel. That's life story. If you want me to burn candles with my pot, and these are only for the people that have did graveyard work. Hold on. I don't want to pick up these other candles. Ah! Hold on. I got on shorts. This is how we work these. Just like if I was with my Orishas, because this is Centella, she's multicolors. So I present her with that candle with your name and information. But the purpose of working with Palo is to strengthen Egun, connect yourself with the earth and the universe, and to develop your shadow self. Because remember, without darkness, there is no light. So the greater your darkness or your chaos energy, the more light you can create and generate. Okay? So this is the concept that you should be getting into Palo, is to increase your power in your shadow, where you can create more light and manifestation. Because darkness created light, not in the reverse. Darkness is the creator and light is the creation. So all of y'all that out here talking about you just walk in the light, that's why you have limited power. Because without darkness, you cannot strengthen your light. You can expand your light. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is these candles right here. Centella is some let me see what I can say about her. Very protective. She don't play. I'm very secure with my cauldron. But I know, let me say this. I know I can't use the word charge. I can receive bigger donations. I am so concerned about the well-being of melanated people and them getting proper help. Because I feel like once you get where you get, then if you right in your heart, then you're going to be a blessing to my ministry. You're going to be a blessing to me. I feel like a lot of things that I do, because a lot of y'all get played out there. And the reason why is because you don't know enough about self. Don't ever go against your own intuition. Never go against your own gut feeling in order to listen to anybody, and that's including me. If your gut is telling you no, that's not it, or that's not, then go with your gut. I shouldn't force you to go against yourself because I want some money, or I want you to do something I want you to do. If you're gonna work with me, I need you to be comfortable. I need you to trust me. And let me tell you something about me personally. I want to earn my trust, so I don't mind working. Just like I don't mind working naturally, I don't mind working spiritually. And that's why this is important to me, because melanated people, there are some people out there that just with the shits. Okay, there's people out there, they just run from person to person because they think they gaining some power, right? They're trying to get power. So, but there are people out here legitimately need help. And I don't want to be jaded because I've had a few bad experiences with clientele, because overall I've had positive experiences. But I want melanated people to experience the power of God. I want them to experience the power of that particular tradition. So you'll know how real it is. And so now you will know what you're investing in. Now you'll know what you're supporting. And so therefore, when I tell you that this is available and that is available, now you're coming from a place of trust, not trying to be convinced. Like my baby Scorpio said, even Bo told me, like, you don't have to tell, you don't have to convince me. I know this is real. So there are people that work with me that this is not necessary for, but there are people that I have been out here that have gone through things in these respected religions, and they have been taken advantage of, or they have been given things that prohibit them from functioning any further. There's levels to anything. It don't matter what you practice. It's levels to it. But I am telling you that if somebody can help you, if somebody can do something, and they have the arche, it shouldn't take that long. Even if the manifestation don't come right away, you still, sir or ma'am, should be in a place where you're seeing movement. You're seeing things shift. Because those spirits, if they're with that man or woman, they're going to manifest in your behalf, because I want to see you succeed, because I need your testimony. I'm a Sagittarius. I want you to brag on my ego. I want you to brag on my spirits. They want that acknowledgement. So therefore, I am going to work to get the results. And only thing you have to do is acknowledge, or as the church we say, testify of the goodness of the Lord. So that's my thing. When I'm working for people, I want to see certain things. I want to hear what is going on with you, what is happening with you, and I want to hear results. My moon is in Aries. I'm about that action. All that talking and jaw jacking, and like I say, I like to dress up too. But at the end of the day, I know it's not what I got on. I know it's what's on the inside of me. So These are like, if I work Centella, I'm only Centella. I don't this is her candle. Zarabanda is green and black, but I could do a black candle for Zarabanda. It all depends on whoever. If you cash at me or Zara me, and depending on who you are, because I might send it back to you. I would do that. I don't do refunds, but I can deny work, and sometimes I deny work because people don't appreciate having somebody authentic in their life. I don't have to do work for you. I get paid tomorrow. Normally my checks are anywhere from $1,700 to $1,900 a week. I'm gonna live. I work for people because I want to see you do better. And if you don't believe that about Chief Apostle Samuel Jr., then go talk to your ego. I want to help, but I don't want to be abused. I don't want to be taken for granted. I don't want to take my time out to help you get somewhere and then you walk off. Or I help you get somewhere and all of a sudden now you are greater than me and now you want to go to war against me because now you have a point to prove that you the bigger fish. I'm not looking for any of that. Okay? I'm being straight up with you. I'm 51 years old. I don't have time for that. So I'm on this platform to tell you, to give you understanding. Somewhere, somehow, you have to see that I know what I'm talking about. I have testimonies from clients that have been with me for years. Some just showed up yesterday and they got testimony. If this ain't real to you, I don't know what else to tell you. If this ain't showing you that there's so many possibilities if you do right, if this ain't worth you investing in, I don't know what else to tell you. If I tell you I got you, that's coming from a real place. If this ain't what you want, then leave me alone. Okay? If you in this for a short run, then be straight up about that. I have no intention of you failing because I need your testimony. It's just that simple. So when I go after something for you, I give it my all. The only way that it don't come to pass is it wasn't meant to be. Other than that, I rock until it's done. You know, if you haven't noticed that Minister Mario passed away last year in 2023, and I still venerate his grave, I still do for his daughter. Nothing has changed. I am a very consistent individual. If I got it for you, I'm going to have it for you in life and death. My love, Tara, said, Chief Apostle is the truth. Thank you, baby. These are people all around the world. These are people from different backgrounds, different experiences. Some of them new to it, some of them been in it. They don't have a reason to lie. They done gave their money. So why they got to lie? The problem is that when you don't know how to appreciate a gift that God is giving you. And then when it's gone, then you all about, oh, ain't nobody else right here. How did you treat? How did you handle? If your life ain't better, you're lying. Because I told you all one thing about my platform. If you don't ever do any spiritual work, if you just take my knowledge, my wisdom, and my understanding that I share freely, universal law, your life gonna get better just with the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding. No less than utilizing my products. No less than counting up the cost and then utilizing my graveyard work. Things are just going to magnetize. Things are just going to become maximized. So that's what my thing is. All you got to do as an individual is make up your mind. Now, I know some of y'all want to get. I ain't really get into all of this to scratch people. I'm not gonna put on no fronts with y'all. I didn't get into Palo to be able to start a house. I didn't get into Ocha to have God kids. That is not why I did that. I did that helping Minister Mario, making sure that I had the experience, I had spirituality on my side, and I wanted to make sure he wasn't taken advantage of, and if something went wrong, I could put what's happening on them people's ass. Being straight up with you. So I never got into Palo or Ocha and all this crowning to be somebody's godparent. You know, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for God choosing me, I wouldn't even be in the church. I don't even fuck with half of them people. Like, y'all want me to be brass tack 1000 with you? I don't fuck with over half black, white, Chinese, Puerto Rican. I don't care what kind of church, because most of them people full of shit. And I'm talking about from the pulpit to the back door. So that's me. I ain't telling you what to do. But I know I was chosen to be a preacher. I know I was chosen to pastor and to be an apostle. I know that. So therefore, I'm being obedient in spite of my personal beliefs and desires. You know what I'm saying? You see me at somebody's church, I promise you I was led. If I go to somebody's spiritual party, I promise you I was led. I don't deal with people because a lot of people be on them shits, and I ain't on that. And I don't like how other people do business, and so therefore I shy away from stuff like that. So I tend to my own village, I tend to my own people, I do my own thing, and as long as you don't come over here and bother me, my cockroaches, my rabbits, my whatever I got going over here, we good. You don't bring the shits over here, we ain't got no problem. So and I let people do what they got to do or they feel like they got to do. So, because I don't deal with that kind of energy. And I am not in competition with these other people because my journey is my journey. And the people that resonate with me, they're going to follow me. They're going to support me. The people that believe in my conjure, they're going to invest. All this talking about other people under my, I don't do none of that because I don't have to. I've never had to talk about another person to get some ass. I ain't never had to undermine, talk, and degrade another individual to get me some play. So that's just my sex life. I ain't got to do that to get a client. I don't inbox people. I don't do all that other stuff y'all be telling about other people doing. I don't do none of that. Because my work speak for me. My work keep me working. My skill set keeps me on top. And my anointing destroys every yoke and every burden when it comes to my life. You understand? So energy transfer, they got to first have it. Before they can give it to you, they got to have it in themselves. They can't give you an Orisha, they don't have. They cannot give you a cauldron, they do not have. They can't do it. They can't build you one, they can't do it. Huh? A man with 4 inches cannot give you 8 inches. He can give you 3.5 or 4, but he can't give you 8. It's just that simple. Don't make spirituality complicated. Keep it simple. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you want to do. Figure out what you want and where you're trying to go. Because most of the time you talk to me, the first thing I'm going to be asking you, what you trying to accomplish. All this other shit you talking don't mean nothing to me. Give me something to work on. Give me something to show you how I rock and roll. I don't care. When I was dealing with one of my actual relatives, and she was talking about how bad the girl, she from Miami, she's a witch. I don't care nothing about that bitch being no witch. Do you want me to do the work? I don't want to hear about who they from, who they connected, their Rama. All of that's fine and dandy for their resume. But when it comes down to this work, can you throw spiritual hands? Other than that, I'm sorry, man. I don't care who your ancestry is. You could Marie Laveau could have been there. Fiona could have been there. Who else out there? Whatever in your bloodline. Chief, Apostle Samuel Jr. If you want to know the truth from me, I don't care. You better be able to throw hands when we get into it. That's all that really matters. Because all about who my grandma is and who my granddaddy is and who my cousin is and who all these other people. If we ain't got the arche and we ain't got the skill set, then I can't win. So just like it go what good for the goose is good for the gander. The goat on your printer don't mean your goat stronger than my goat. You gonna have to show me. I'm a show and tell nigga. And I don't care if I'm an E5, Voodoo, Santa. I'm show and tell. All that talk, I don't be like, that's half of my client. I be like, they be talking like that. I be like, what you want? What you trying to do? Because I want to get to the business. Because I need testimony. And right now you talking about your problem that I know I can fix. I don't want to hear that. Do you got the money? You ready to rumble? Let's do this. And you'll be calling me or texting me about what's going on in your life. I don't play. So, my thing is, if we as a support group, if we want to be a tribe, if we want to be a elay or whatever, all that's good and dandy. But, ma'am, sir, let me tell you something. If you want to get into this and you want the benefit of this, you don't have to get scratched. I'll do it for you. I'll go get the grapes and the honey for you and show you what's in Canaan land. I'll bring it back home. But you gonna pay me. I ain't gonna do it for free. But you gonna pay me. But I go get it for you. If you got somebody that's pouncing on you and you feel like you feel like you ain't there. I'm still do my reading because some of y'all be lying. But I have some people come tell me I started it and I couldn't finish it. But here goes some money. And I finish it for them. I ain't faking no front. I don't turn down nothing but my collar. That's all that my mama told me. You don't turn down nothing but your collar when it come to money. And some days I don't even wear a shirt with collar. So I ain't turning down nothing. Only thing I don't take money for is spilling innocent blood. My spiritual daddy told me, don't you ever do work to spill innocent blood. Other than that, it's on the table. You can't transfer something that you don't have. You cannot give somebody a peace of mind when you don't have peace of mind yourself. I don't care who you are. And I'm going to say this again, that's me included. So I can't be no more fair with anybody about anything than I am being now. Because I am putting myself up on the same rules and regulations. Either you got it or you don't. Either you can or you can't. There's no in between. And especially if you out here claiming to be that powerful, let's see what your egoons can do. Let's see what your skill set, whether it's Ochot, Voodoo, Obia, don't matter. If you got skills, you got skills. If you can throw hands, you can throw hands. It don't matter if you're a root worker, a conjurer, a spiritualist, a Iyami, a shaman. If you can throw hands, and you know how to work them animal spirits, you can put what's happening on somebody's ass. And they can have all the ancestors they want to have. But these tigers rip your ass to shred. You and your ancestors. So it's really about that man or woman, what they have the capacity of doing. So I'm going to see if anybody sent me a cash yet. Doing all this talking. Talking for free. Okay, I got you, Ryan. How would I like people to be about that action? And when y'all get y'all products, please, sir and man, do the world a favor, testify. When you utilize it and things go to happen, testify. Because y'all the best voices. I'm just telling you my services, but my clients speak for me. All right. Now this is another thing that I'm doing tonight too. This is for clients. If you have a business or you do telemarketing, I do Better Business Spells, but I like this product, and I put this into Santia for money too, because she handle all that too. Everything I deal with is going about resources. And this is safe because this is on concrete. So don't, like I said before, don't be doing stuff that's unsafe or you don't have certain protections put up and so it benefit. When I want certain things to happen, that's what I do. And put these back in these Minister Marios. These Shamalangas. A lot of times I keep stuff away so I let enough people lie on me and tell you what I ain't got and what I can't do, and then they got to explain to you after that fact. Well, if he did that, why do he have this and why do he have? Because a lot of people think I'm like them. They up there, they out here just talking. And that ain't me. If I told you I can do something, I can do it. What the hell is that? Come off. That had to come off of this. Mother Susie, you've been playing with this. It was sitting up there by her. Now I got on my hand. But I hope that this helped, guys. Please do yourself a favor. Do your research. If I'm somebody that you want to work with, give yourself an opportunity to talk with your own ancestors, your own egoons, and watch what God does. Tonight I'm doing stuff for some people. They already know because I said some things to them already. But you're in good hands because my hands are blessed. And I want you to understand that I take this seriously, and as long as I got... What, I said something? It's the truth. Look at my hand. I'm not lying on her. She the only one been by. Look, you see that? How else it got on my hand? It wasn't this one. It wasn't that one. Then I had both of these. I didn't even pick up this one, right? Wait a minute. See, this one ain't getting on my hand. The only one that got on my hand is this one, the one she liked. That's my Lord. Okay, it's ironic. That's all I'm trying to say. That's ironic that happened. All right. So thank you so much to each and every one of you guys for joining us tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for your support and also your patience. I'm getting out stuff. I'm doing stuff tonight. Some of you guys are also going to receive that packet I told you about, the 17 grains from Palo. You're going to be receiving that as well. And so I just have a lot of stuff that I'm trying to catch up on and get things out. And so I'm going to be doing all that. Actually, my business bank card for the church got, what happened was I was rushing to go get my hair cut and I left my card in the ATM machine. When I came back, it was gone. I realized I didn't have it, so I came back and it was gone. So at the point I was like looking at, because I have my app on my phone, so I was looking at my phone, so I said, somebody took my app. Well, I asked the man, did he have my cards? Kind of find out a lot of people had left their cards in there, so he had a whole stack of cards. So I was thinking that my card was there, the church debit card, realizing that the church, so he said no, he didn't have it. So on today, on Juneteenth, that's when they started spending, because they know the bank was closed, so they felt like they could utilize the church bank card. But what they didn't know, I only transfer money into that account. Money don't sit in that account. I use that account to pay bills and such of that nature, but that's besides the point. But the fact that they stole it. But even on June 10th, even though the banks were closed, I have security on my cards. And so by the time I did call the bank to tell them that my card was stolen and lost, they had already started reversing the charges. And the sad thing about this, if you're going to take somebody's card, they literally cashed out themselves $10 and then $20. And those that do Cash App, your name is on your Cash App. Your name is on your Cash App because you have to hook that with your bank. Why would you steal somebody's card? That's why I look at people when it comes to stealing. Credit cards, bank cards, checks, leave that stuff alone. If you find some cash, you good. That non-traceable unless they got that ink on it. I ain't going to tell you how I know about that either. But the fact that you going to Cash App yourself. So I even call Cash App to let them know. But their name came right up on my in my app. You're going to Cash App yourself something from a stolen card. That wasn't nothing but the spirits protecting me. But my point is, everything, all is well. I didn't lose nothing. It just was sad. They even went to a food mart and for 20, like you finna get in all that trouble because wire transfer carries a felony. They did a $10, $20, $20, and $24.95. How hard have you got to be? If I'm gonna run your car, I'm finna try to set my soul free. I'm not finna get in trouble with law for no $30, $40, $50. So whoever they is, well, I already know who they is because their name came up on there. I just ain't doing it on social media, but they got to file a claim. I got to file a claim and all that other stuff. But they already know who it is. That was so dumb. If you gonna steal, don't be a stupid thief. I would have respected it better. It's all good, but I don't necessarily have my bank card, but I can still do business out of my account. But it was a lot of stuff going on. And as stuff was happening, because I'm doing money work for people and stuff that was going on with them, that energy come my way and I have to deflect it. And so that's why you have to be strong in these practices, because if you're going to help people, you don't know what kind of energy that they're dealing with. In order for their life to get better, you got to transfer that good energy and take that bad karma and transmute that. So I know things are happening for my people and the people that I'm working for, because stuff is happening to me, and I'm overcoming it because I'm stronger to overcome it than you are. That's why you came to me. That's the whole purpose of coming to somebody, that they can carry the weight of your cross. And the Bible says, let the strong bear the infirmities of the weak. That you may not be weak, but you're weak in the sense of being able to handle what you're up against. And so I'm a stronger vessel. I come in, lift that weight off of you, and that's why you make sure you donate to me and support me, so I can do what I need to do to overcome that, and then we both good. I've been teaching all day today. I'm tired. I gotta go feed Mother Susie. I got you unveiling and for better business. I don't know how y'all doing this stuff. I like all these fancy actually unveiling, and I'm gonna go get my better business. I'm gonna burn it in front of my cauldron. Instead of burning it in my Ogun pot, I'm gonna burn it in front of Cynthia and Zarabanda. That she said better business. That's why I keep telling these spiritualists, my manifestation sells for me. Not my talking, my manifestation. Things coming to pass. Better business for unveiling aim. That's burning in front of Cynthia for unveiling and Zarabanda. Good evening. Sorry. Better late than never. Oh, that's Mr. Al. You got I just seen that. You got your new name. I got some more coming in. I want y'all to know, because I don't want nobody to tell me I didn't know you. I'm telling you. Ancestor for Demetrius. I got that going down for Demetrius. Let me actually go get the trace, so I can make sure all this back and forth. Because I'm 51. My knees. And some of you guys may not know the significance of Palo. So you don't know the strength of that magic, so it may not be significant, but go study up on it, and then it'll make more sense to you what I'm doing tonight. And if I do it again, you can take advantage of this opportunity, because this is what I'm doing for Demetrius and Unveiling, and it is a big deal. It really is, especially with these particular impungos that I have. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. Much love and appreciation. That was that. All right. I got you, Ryan, for Stop Gossip. All right. Ryan with Stop Gossip. Y'all gonna Cynthia, time to work. Everybody. All right. Cynthia, that's for Ryan. Zarabanda, that's for Ryan. You're welcome, baby. Thank you. I just today I've been going, and y'all know I've been doing a lot today. Just to make sure I don't forget nobody. And Keith, baby, thank you so much for that earlier donation. Thank you so much, darling. I just absolutely adore you and appreciate you. And one thing I always show you is that I'm gonna show you that I am definitely worth your time and energy working with me. And I'm glad that y'all young getting into this, and you gonna see the real deal. That I can assure you. I don't know if your mind or your stomach can handle it, but it will be real. All right. There we go. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys on tomorrow. I'm more or less probably being back in Miami. But I got to get certain other stuff for the church and get those altars set up. I got 2 tables to purchase. They're $120 a piece, so I can get those for the because I need more space to be able to put candle workings up there, because the tables I got right now are too small, so I need to get those tables. So it's like they're $120 a piece, so I got to get them tomorrow. And so I got to get the fabric and everything, get everything all jazzed up. But thank you so much. I hope that what I taught tonight gave clarity, understanding, and I hope that you take Palo more seriously. And I hope that in any ATR that don't go against your gut, don't go against what is true to your own energy. Even for me, I know that many of you guys respect me and trust me and all that, but if something ain't sitting right with you, with me, don't do it. And if I care about you, I'll respect that. It's just really that simple. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Alright. Much love. I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless. Mother Susan, let's go eat.